works on that one. That's good. Let's go right here. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I was hoping by this point I'd be in a little better shape than I am. But, I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. It's been a struggle It's just been a damn struggle, period. But I fight. I didn't put the thumbnail in for Dragonquest. I'll save it for next time. What we're going to do today is I want to talk to you a little bit. I don't want to make it depressing. And just show you that I'm going to fight and I'm going to keep going and do what I can with this channel as much as I can. You know, this stupid internet is a pain in the neck at this time of the day. But we'll get through it. We're going to keep it simple. And I wanted to get back to a little bit to you for all the kindness and the kind words and everything that you guys done. And help you guys a long way here. And over the next course of it's Thursday through Sunday to the time we come back on in the morning, I plan on trying to come on and maybe do a couple of rounds of this live or tape it and kind of get a game in there, get back to that feel that, you know, we cover things, that we do things together, and I want to do it together. You learn a lot over the last couple of days as far as how people care and people don't care. Some people just see you as a monkey walking a tightrope with an umbrella, you know, carrying a bunch of bananas. And if you can't do that for them, it doesn't mean anything to them, so they just unsubscribe and leave. It's okay. That's fair. You have that right. But the outpouring of people saying, hey, we'll wait, we'll do whatever, we'll be here for you. And it's been hard trying to get some of these things done because I do have commitments to help certain people. I'll get there. I'll get those commitments done and do the best I can. Yesterday, I was going in for a pre-check so we could start these treatments. These very, very expensive treatments that are breaking us. Everything's breaking us. But I think a man is tested by his will and his heart alone. Not his body or things like that. And no matter what's thrown at you, you have to overcome it. It's something I've tried to teach my son in a number of years. And my children and all my children, and be an example of that. And I refuse to just lay down here. I'm going to do the best I can. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to try to give you the best we can. My sugar shot up to 675 when I was in the place. And my doctor, who was one of my closest friends, turned to me and said, you look like life's been sucked out of you. Well, after tons of steroids and now insulin and other things to try to get me to where I need to be, you know, it's been a struggle. And when I got home, you know, I wanted to eat something finally. I had like a little something, and something sugar-free. I forgot what the heck it was. And sugar shot up to 470 again. I'm really taking a beating. Physically, monetarily, emotionally. I now have to live my life in a bubble. I don't know if I'll ever go to another convention. I can't risk getting this again. And it's going to be me and you guys from here. And I'm going to try to do the channel more to supplement the income that I just can't bring in. Now, there's no income to be made in this. But you know something, a couple $100 here or there helps all the time. And I would appreciate it. Real Player, thank you for the $2, bro. Again, it comes down to this thing that you guys don't have to do this. we'll figure a way to work things out. Thank you so much, but every penny helps, and I thank you. So I came up with an idea of breaking down some games, some older games and things that are fun that you haven't seen in a while, even the newer games, into 10 to 15 minute intervals where I can kind of, engage with you while I'm going through all this. We've got me stable enough that I've got to go down to back down tomorrow. My wife's going to drive me down there, and we're going to see where we're at. Hopefully we can get these treatments started and get where we need to be, and fight till the end. Fight. The organs, I hated sending out that thing, but I was supposed to come on yesterday and do exactly what I'm doing, but I was in the hospital. And I think it's always a cheap pop. If you go, oh, I'm in the hospital, don't worry about me, looking for sympathy. No. I just wanted to update people, and I was torn about it. And I sent that thing from X or Twitter or wherever the hell it's from. Just let you know, hey, don't worry, guys. I got this. I'll be back sooner than you think. So, like I said, tried to do my best to keep you informed for those of you that care. And I am thankful for those that do. A more interesting note. I did get Lunar Rush done before I went to the hospital, and 1565 St. Elmo's Pay done, and you'll see those next week. So you'll have some new content. You may run into content that you seem, oh, hey Rob, you look great. No, it's content that's 2 or 3 years old that I've kept in the back burner in case I've gotten sick. So please just keep it, just understand, you may see the old house, you may see a lot of old things. Zodiac Vonking, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, my brother. Let me give you guys a couple Godzillas right off first. Alright, let's see if real Brad player won. Thank you, brother. Give him the music. Most stubborn damn lizard I've ever seen in my life. Alright, Zodiac, let's see if we can get you one. Come on. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm so sorry. This stupid lizard's so finicky. At best. Alright, let's go to the eye in the sky here. Kind of get ready to Alright, good. Camera's still working, so we don't have a problem. This is, I'm going to come back down for a minute because I want to talk to you for a second. I want to tell you the history of me in this game a bit and give you a little bit of background and how much this game means to me. I have the original version with all the expansions. There was a gentleman that when I first started the channel, he was such a kind person. He had a wonderful daughter who was very sick and wanted to play this game, and I had the painted version. And I said, love what you do, brother. Wish I could do more. No, just being here is enough for me. And for that, it means the world to me. It really does. It means I'm doing something right. I'm helping in any way I can, making your day a little bit easier as much as you're helping me make my day easy. That's the beauty of these things. That's the beauty of this cardboard. We just are together in this. And it bonds us, and it brings us together. And I love you all very, very much. Timmy, thank you so much. Timmy, you don't have to do this. Thank you. Wishing you very best recovery, Rob. We got one for Tim. We got one for Tim. So some of you people that may watch this later may remember this later. Some of you may not know the story, so I'm going to tell it again. His daughter was very, very, very sick with life-threatening disease, so my most prized edition that was painted, the old GW, I sent it to him. I said, here, take this. I know she wants to play this, and you mean a lot to me. Just don't ever get rid of it. You know, if you ever want to get rid of it, call me and send it back to me, and that'd be fantastic. We went out there, a year goes by, 2 years go by, and then I found out that she had passed away, and he sent the game back. And I have such a hard time opening that game. I wanted to do the original, but I just refused to open it. You know, all painted miniatures, all the different things, because it means something. It's a connection that I was able to try to, you know, he said we would play that thing and we would play that thing, and it meant so much to us. And I can't thank you enough for giving me that time with my daughter. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Kings player, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this is helping pay these treatments. But I've got to give you guys something back. I have to give back. It has to be an even barter. Come up with something. Send me something in the comments. Send me something in the things that you want to see me do or help or do something for you guys. Something that'll mean something to you. And if you guys can do that for me, that would help me. Please, thank you so much. That's so much money to send. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so blessed by each and every one of you. I can't see with my glasses, so I think it says Kings Player SRB. Here you go, brother. I'm going to break precedents. I'm going to go another one for you. Come on, G. There we go. I'm making sure we hand out music there, even though he's a little stubborn. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your kindness goes beyond words. But as I was saying, this game holds such a it's such a tough game. But it holds such a special place in my heart. The memories, how tough it is, how you can never beat it. You know, that excitement that we would have when we go, oh, let's play some Dragonquest. You know, that's what these things do. And now I reach out to you guys and I say, let's start off by doing something that means a lot to me. Of course, I have the two versions because this is the newer, updated version. You know, when Fantasy Flight was great. Remember when Fantasy Flight was great? I still hold out hope for them. I wish them nothing but the best. My heart wants them to do well because they mean a lot to me. They do. I've been hard on them. I gotta stop. I'm not going to be hard on anybody anymore. Not after all this. It's not because, oh, you know, some life lesson baloney. It's because, you know, something we need to be kinder. And I need to lead the example. I'm human, I make mistakes. But we need to be kinder. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set this up and really have a good time. But what I'm really hoping to do, I think it might be 3rd edition, to be honest with you, Django. I'll look at the manual in a second. Just give me a moment. Finish my thoughts. It's hard to keep everything collected the way I am. I got to get this sugar under control. I got to get everything under control. I've got to get better for myself, I'm also for you guys. I want to be here with you. I do. I want to do things. I can't come see you. I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. I hope maybe I could fit in a convention somewhere. But I want to be able to spend some time. Let me try to pull a pair of glasses on to read that, Brian. And Brian, I think I sent you an email. Don't see dinner that often. Cool, Kings. Oh, Danish. Got it. Sorry, I could barely see. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Come up with a game that you guys would like me to do together with you, and we can go through together. Take our time, build a nice little catalog. Give me something to inspire to do, and we can have some fun together. So help me with that. If you guys are going to be this kind, let me try to give back. And like I said, we've got the painting things that we hope that we're going to be able to do, even though I can't. This arm has withered away to nothing, and I have no feeling in it whatsoever. Yeah, you look at all the holes in it. All the holes in this one. Boy, they poked me up. Keep your chin up. I will, Richard, I will. So we're going to fight. I think that's the best way to do it. So let's do something together. Let's turn a corner together. I'll fight this as hard as you want. I could also dial it in. But you know something? Let's do this together. Let's change our fortunes. Let's have fun together. Alright? I'm going to leave all the big stuff to all the big channels and all the new and up and coming superstars, because there's a lot of great people out there. I'm a thing of the past. But I'm going to stay relevant. And for those of you who want to be here with me, we're going to have so much fun. And it's going to help me, I hope, as much as it can help you. Deal? If we can agree on that, I think we're going to have a great time. I really, really, really do. And I love you, each and every one of you, for it. I do. Thank you. Alright, let's go back up top now. I told my story about Dragonquest and why this means so much. And this is our start. This is where we start. This is where we're going to start. And I think it's going to be fun. Alright, the camera's still working. Alright, let's find out what edition is. Now, the first thing I want to tell you guys is I'm going to do the old school solo variant. That's the one with the dice because I like rolling dice. I always think that one really works. Resolving combat is, if I roll 1 or 2, I'm going to take a wound. If I roll 3 or 4, me and the monster takes a wound. If I roll a 5 or 6, the monster takes 1 wound. 6, the monster takes 2 wounds. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, my brother. I will get you at the end of this, I promise this. Let's get this set up because I'm starting to run a little out of gas and I don't want to run out too much. This is such an all-time classic, and this is one of those games that when you really think about it, it is one of those games that it's just so historic. And the way Fantasy Flight just did everything right. They couldn't do anything wrong, could they? You guys remember that. Now it's a little sketchy, but I still hold them dear in my heart. And I pray. Pray for a game, right? Pray that things just go a little bit better for us. Alright, what are we doing here? I'm trying to find what edition this is. Alright, maybe I'll look on the box. Alright, let's do that. Okay, it was 2010. Came out in 2010. This one, the original was the war was from Games Workshop. Boy, you're not telling me anything there. Whoa, 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 whoa! I knocked over the thing. Hold on, hold on. Come on the front. Should say right here. No, no, it's gonna make it difficult for me. I didn't like the rock paper scissors thing, and I'm always glad that they were able to kind of just say, hey, if you don't like it, just use the 3rd edition rules or this, that, and the other. I do think that's the 4th edition, though. To be honest with you. Oh, sorry, guys. Boy, I'm just having a tough time here. So I'm sorting out these cards here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with these cards. Now, each one of these are going to have a different type of thing that we're going to be using. These are my search cards. And I'll show you the tiles in a second. And we'll just bounce back and forth. Okay, here we go. I haven't opened this up in a while, guys. So this is really nice just to open it up and play around with it. Yeah, I'm going to move this other camera down so we can kind of just take a quick peek at certain things. Let's see if that camera will help you a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. So you see, I'm sorry for the glare. Sorry for the glare. I'll come back up. Alright, trap cards. These trap cards are nasty. This is one of those games that you can play 1,000 times and never get tired of it. Get your butt kicked at least 950 of those times, and you always go back for more. Always go back for more. It's silly, silly. But it's just, sometimes less is more. You know what I mean? We have people that create these wonderful, beautiful experiences. And they're just more. Oh, God. Hurts to stretch. Also, what I'm going to do is try to give you a little insight to this game before I leave. So next time we come on, we're going to go right into it. And we're going to do what we can. Now, these are the rune cards. With all kinds of stuff. Or dragon cards. Oh, I'm off camera with my hand. I'm sorry. Just recently picked up 1st edition for a fun game. Yeah, I've got that 1st edition. I will never let that go. If you get a chance, rewind a bit, Brian, and listen to the story, because it is for me a very an emotional story. Because every time I play the 1st edition or look at the 1st edition, I think of that girl, and I hope her father's doing well. And sometimes there's just things that mean something to people. It's amazing. A piece of cardboard that can mean something to somebody. Wow, imagine that. And here we are in the midst of these writer strikes and stuff like that, which I made a video for, guys, because this is the time for us. This is the time for us to shine as people. Let Hollywood do its Hollywood thing. You know what we're going to do? We're going to be bigger than that. We're going to start interacting with each other, communicating. Hopefully, not listen to silly Hollywood. We're going to take care of each other. That's what we need to do as a people. Remember who's who and what and where, what and why. Put that down there. I'm going to clear that off. What you have to do is there's a bunch of different monsters that you're going to be able to pick from, but they have different numbers on the back, so you'll have golems and things like that you're going to run into. And believe me, the monsters aren't the problem in this game. It is the brutality of these cards here and what they do to you and how they kick the bejesus out of you. Atomic Zero, thank you so much, my brother. I will get you at the end of this. I promise you. Rob, my man, Glad to see you up and getting them and enjoying some games. Thank you, my brother. I've got a long, long road here. And I just got out of the hospital, but I want it because of all the kindness and the beautiful words from people that has meant so much to me. I wanted to make sure that I did something for you as soon as I got home. Because it meant something to me. Because you mean something to me. Each and every one of you out there. I'm going to switch the up camera here. Because you guys mean the world to me. I'm a mess. I've got some major setbacks. I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. I just hope that you'll join me and watch and tell me the good things that you like and the bad things that you don't like, or the things that you don't like I'm doing, so we can get it right, so we can help you. Now these cards here, these are part of that rock paper scissors thing, which I was never a big fan of. So great, I think a nice little idea. It works for some people, but honestly for me, I'm a very old school guy, so that's the way we're going to do that. So very quickly, just to let you know, as you can see, there are 4 different corners here that we are going to be picking from, and we're going to try to get to the center here, get some gold, hopefully, somewhere, somehow, some way, okay, and then get out. Before this thing reaches all the way to the end, the dragon wakes up and obliterates the entire dungeon. Fantastic concept. Fantastic. The original dice from the Fantasy Flight version. Now, let's try to pick a hero that kind of fits. So I'm gonna lay these guys out. I'll read a little bit about from each one of them, and then we'll try to figure out which one we're going to go with and start with. I think that'll be fun. I think that's a lot of fun. There we go. And I have all the other characters. Lindell seems to be pretty cool. A lot of people like to play Lindell. So I'm going to let you guys pick, and I'll read each one. I'll start here. We'll work our way through. Zodiac Warren, how are you? Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It's to go on when you don't have the strength. Thank you. Because that's how I feel. But I will go on. So let's read Lindell. And thank you for those words. I will keep them close to my heart. Kabuki. One of my favorites of all time. You know, Kabuki, I was thinking, it's a funny thing here. You know, you've been around a long, long, long time. Back to my Dice Tower days, you know, and things like that. And when I pull out this older stuff, I always think of you and how we would just sit there, and if you remember, the Queen would bake this, bake that, and the kids were there and stuff like that, and how things evolve over all this time, and yet, you know, you could pull something like that and have that feeling again, and then, you know, here you go, you're popping in. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to try to do things in the afternoons again. I'm going to try to rely and try to supplement and really get the channel going and make it a happy place again here. Alright, Lindell has a strength of 6. Oh, what's that number there? An agility of 6. A armor of 6. And finally, a luck of 5. Lindell has 15 health. Health is everything in that. You think that's a lot, it's really not. Alright, let's see. So that's one character. And I'll have you guys pick out who you think we should go with. Like I said, I'm just going to do the setup today, Kabook, and talk a little bit about the game. and then we will come back and I will just do as long as I can go. Keep it short and sweet. It'll be there for when you see it or when you don't. It doesn't matter. It's just, you know something? I really want to give back to everybody that's been so kind with their words, their thoughts, their prayers, as I face this insurmountable battle. All right, so Brother Gathering. Now, I mean, this dude just looks evil. Okay. Whenever you are about to make an attribute test, you may suffer 1 wound to gain 3 determination. You may only do this once per turn. Okay, that's interesting. After rolling dice for the Dragon Rage in the treasure chamber, you may choose to re-roll 1 or both dice at once. You must accept the second result. Strength of 3, that's not a lot. Agility 4, armor 4, luck 9. So he's pretty lucky. I don't think that'll help us much. Tatiana, just like I called Tiana, only Tiana's a blonde. If you choose to attack instead of escape when you encounter a monster, you may reveal the top 5 cards on the combat deck. That's not going to help us in this one, because we're using the old school solo, because we're only taking 1 hero with us. So far we got Tatiana, I think is a bum. Brother Gathering, Lindell. Let's go to a little bit of our heavy hitters up here. And please vote, and we'll pick the person that we're going to go. I still have that first edition Kabuki. That's my go-to. But every time I go to touch it, I think about that story. I think you know the story about the girl that passed away and how this game came back to us. All right. Chidara and Bright Blaze. We got Bright Blaze right here. When you draw a dungeon card, you may discard it and draw another dungeon card as a replacement. You must then encounter this new dungeon card. If you have 8 or more wounds, you cannot draw a power card into your hand at the start of combat. Okay, that's not going to help us. Hugo the Glorious. Your opponent cannot make a death blow during combat. Only you can make a death blow. That could be key there. 7 strength, 4 agility, 9 armor, and 3 luck. And then finally, and Hugo's got 16 health. That's pretty good. Let me take a sip of water here, guys. Sorry about this. All right, we got Krutzbeck. What a name, huh? Oh, we got to vote for Hugo, says Shannon. Whenever you encounter a monster, you must always attack. You can never choose escape. That's hard, but he's got the health to do it. During draw card step of combat, you may fill your hand with 6 combat cards instead of 5. Not a bad thing. But do you trust a dwarf? No. Never. Lindell. It's this dude. This is Jamel. Hugo. These aren't painted because I have my originals that are painted. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Let's who do you want to see? Who do you want to see me go down with? We may die 2,000 times, but the best thing about it is that, you know, we can always change up heroes. But where do we want to start? So, if you guys could be so kind, let's pick a nice hero here. Let's see what we can do. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about this. Then I'll come up top. and we'll go from there. How's that sound? Keep it nice and short and simple. I think short and simple today is good. Oh, Rob, I watched a documentary last night that was quite good, and I figured that maybe would be interest of you. Not 100% sure if you are I am a massive Rocketeer. Dave Stevens was such the art still to this day. I have a couple of the original books actually. Love it. Yeah. I will check it out. Let me know where it's at, Kabook. You know you and I, our tastes are so aligned, it's ridiculous. All right, so we got Hugo, because somebody voted for Hugo earlier. Hugo. Well, we'll go with Hugo. It was on Amazon Prime, I got that. Oh, that'd be something good to watch tonight. Oh, thank you, Kabuki, and I'll let you know what I think. Knots. Which one's Knots? Oh, Nutzenberg. You got to vote. I'll give it a few more minutes. Some of the original Dave Stevens artwork was just such. I love that movie. That movie was such a beautiful movie, and I thought it was done to perfection. It didn't get the praise that it should have, but I'll tell you something. There was something special about the Rocketeer. It was just, I don't know. And again, that movie always meant something to me. I'm the number 2 box office star in the world. I mean, and he was a German Nazi spy. It was absolutely great. Do you think you can maybe do something with Townfolk Tussle? Townfolk Tussle? I'll see what I can do. I can do something with that. Jay, thank you so much for the donation. Rob, you're strong and a good person. I know you got this. Thank you. I never knew that Dave Stevens did the storyboards for Raiders. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? That had that feel. And if you ever talk to Lucas, nobody talks to Lucas and what you call it, but those old Pulp Fiction magazines, that's where they got that from. Indy was a little bit of Buck Rogers. Indy's was a little bit of the Rocketeer. It was a little bit of everything. And oh God. Yeah, I took my daughter, my oldest daughter still loves that movie, and it's something that just means something to me. And that's a movie I will never ever get rid of. I thought every person that was in that movie was perfection. Perfection. Even down to the villain. Oh God, Sorbino, who was in Goodfellas, who was something, I may be a lousy crook, but I'll tell you this, I'm an American first. Just a great. Because they liked what he did with Rocketeer. Yeah, Rocketeer was special. I saw it in the theaters. It was a classic. I'm not familiar with the comics, but the movie is great, says Django. The movie really did a good job of giving you the comic book feel, which was, if you put that movie out nowadays, I think it holds up better than half the superhero movies do now. And I really believe that in my heart of hearts. The movie did a good job of great James Homer score too. Well said. Well said, Kabook. Well said. All right, so it looks like our first guy, after giving this a little bit of time, is we are going to go with Hugo. Hugo, you are the first victim that is going to go down. So what we're going to do here, see, Kabook, you come back for a little bit, and then we go into all these philosophical debates, which were some of the things that was one of my favorite things, is that this channel was never about me or the games. It was about us just talking about pop culture, life, and all the neat little things that make life great. Giving people hope. Oh boy. Do you know I tried to pick this box up and felt like it weighed 1,000 pounds? It's like, wow, this is a heavy game. No, I'm just weak as a kid. That's alright. We'll adapt and overcome. Alright, so the way this works, guys. Well, don't tell me I threw Hugo in the box. Yeah, I sure did. That's funny. So I'm going to realign this also too. Hugo. If I felt like painting, if I could paint, I would paint the guy up first quickly, but sometimes you could play with gray mini and it ain't going to hurt you. This is one of those games that doesn't matter because they die so quickly. So we got Hugo here. I'm going to put him right. Well, I'm going to adjust this board and make some adjustments here so that we can do. Now, the way you kind of set up here, you decide where you're going to go. So we're, of course, going to pick an area here. You're going to be reaching in and grabbing these tiles, and I'm just going to show you, just explain this real quick. Every time you go to move, you're going to have to move this sundial. If it ever gets to the end, the dragon's going to come out and torch us up. You want to know something, Kabuki? I just watched the Iron Giant with my grandchildren the other day. Again, another classic, another beauty. And what really hit home is Harry Connick Jr. and the job he did, and how it was just, it had that just special feel to it. All right, character abilities. After rolling. Okay, so I just want to make sure we did the setup right. Death or glory here, folks. That's the beauty of this game. Death or glory. There can be only one. Sun track. We did that. We set up our monster pool. It's over here. I'll make sure that we get that in camera. Place tokens, all wounds, catacomb entrances, in a separate pile. Choose my hero. I did. Determine the first player. Shuffle the rune deck. Then have each player draw one rune card at random and place it face up. Unused runes are returned to the box. I don't think we used that in the old school version. First player places there, and then we carry out our thing. We read our special text. Alright, solo. No Nicolettes, no glory. Let me just make sure our runes. Going it alone. That's what I wanted to find out. I'm going it alone, folks. It's just Hugo. When Dungeon Quest is, while Dungeon Quest is great for multiple players, it also makes an excellent solo game in which one hero tries to beat the perils of the Dragon Fire dungeon in a race against the clock. The solo rules use the normal game rules with the exception of some rules related to combat. Since there are no players to take the role of the monster player, the hero must perform monster actions themselves. Alright, we can do it that way? No. Using runes. Runes are inscribed powerful spells that can be used once per game. For example, a hero might be able to heal, teleport, automatically avoid a trap. Alright, maybe we'll just grab a rune. Or not. I like it harder. Death can wait. No, death can't wait. Alright. Monstrous treasure. Late start. Combat variants. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we go. So I would move here and then I would turn over one of these tiles. Now as you can see, these tiles have little symbols on them. There are certain rooms that you can search if you want to delay where you're going, and then there's certain rooms that you can do. But you always have to move the dial here, the sun up. Now each one will be explained in the back of the book. There's a beautiful little thing that tells you how things work and what each tile does, and rotating rooms, different types of rooms, corridors. like I found a corridor, you must immediately move again. If you enter the same corridor twice during the same turn, it's your turn to move immediately at the end instead. Now, because I moved into a corridor, I do not draw a dungeon card. So that's kind of good for us because it kind of speeds us up a little bit. So we would have kept on going. Okay? We will replay this, so I'm going to leave that there. So you're going to keep moving, and then you're going to have to face these cards. Here's an easy one, right? Nothing happens. The room is empty. Nothing happens. We would discard that and go. Maybe we'd run into something a little bit more exciting here. The Dead Adventurer. It's an event. You may search the body for treasure. If you choose to do so, draw a corpse card. Well, let's see what happens if we draw one of those corpse cards. Well, I'm sure something bad. Sure enough, roll one die, subtract one from the result to determine how many wounds the scorpion inflicts. Oh, great, right? So here we already started off with our hero. We'd roll. Oh, 1 subtract 1, nothing. We were lucky we didn't get hurt. This won't happen in the real game. You will have little things that will slaughter you as we try to get here. Now, as you try to go through, this is where your greed comes in. Okay? There is a 1 in whatever chance that dragon can wake up. So say we're able to get the tiles all the way here to get to here. When we go in there, we're going to have to negotiate a card because we're sneaking through. Draw 2 treasure cards. On your next turn, you may either exit the treasure chamber or stay and draw another card. Well, I would draw 2 cards, but does my greed want to try to get the highest score I've ever gotten? Right now, I'm at, with these 2 cards, that's a great card. That's 3,500. I tell you, I would head out. I would get out of Dodge, and try to do whatever I can to get whatever money I can, and get out before it gets to the end where I'm going to get killed, or I'm going to do something that is going to go wrong. We will. All this great stuff's happened to me while we're just looking at this stupid thing. As you can see, the Dragon Rage. He wakes up and he's going to fry you. Plain and simple. But for the most part, most of these are sleeping, and they're going to have some good things, and they're going to have some tough things too. So it is one of the perfect games, one of the greatest games that has ever been made, and I'm looking forward to sharing this with you guys. Now we have some Godzillas we got to give out, so I want to make sure that I don't forget those before we blow out of here too much. Just bear with me for a second, guys, because I'm starting to run out of gas, and I gotta lay down. Again, I want to thank everybody that has donated again to help us. With these donations, we paid for our first of our 31 treatments, and you have no idea what a relief that is and how much that means to me. Even if nothing ever comes of anything, or we've got to try to find a way and work through this, I wanted to come back and start being special again and sharing our time together, because that's what this channel was originally made about, was us just spending time with my family, enjoying games and facing whatever we have to face. And that's what we're going to do going forward. And I look forward to it, and I've got a new way of doing things. I'm going to fight, and we're going to get through it. Shannon, let's see how you did. All right, that's 1. Atomic, 0. Still a rotten lizard. He's G -1. And my eyes are really bad because my sugar's so high right now. Jagler. If I said it wrong, I'm so sorry, my brother. But here's one for you. And he got you. Now I'm going to give one for everybody. Because I do love you guys very much. He's got to ruin that. He's got to take it away from us. Always take it away from us. I got a real rough day tomorrow. Back down to the hospital. Hopefully I can get everything squared away. And get myself physically where I can. The coolest bag in the world. It sure is. Get myself to a point where I can start this long haul treatment so I can be here. I'm going to give it all. I'm going to give everything I got. Yesterday, today, very bad days. A lot of major setbacks. I'm going to fight. But I didn't want this to be about, oh, poor Ron, you don't feel good, this, that, and the other. Boo-hoo, cry, tears. I want to get back, like I've been doing, back to basics. I studied Ogre again, started trying to figure out how to get that big designer edition out. I'm not strong enough to pull the box out. But I want to do stuff like that. Some of the old Steve Jackson stuff. Remember, I want to, Richard Launius, who's somebody that means the world to me. How about we break up Arkham Horror, the old school editions? There's a lot of beautiful games out there. A lot of beautiful designers. A lot of beautiful companies. A lot of wonderful, wonderful reviewers. That can really get us to the next phase of this. And do a lot of wonderful things. And I want to revisit all that, make you remember. And I want to just enjoy my time there. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Whatever God gives me, I want to make sure. And this isn't a religious thing. It's just way I think, whatever's given to me, whatever time, whatever this earth, Mother Earth, whatever you want to call it, gives me, I want to do it with an open heart for each and every one of you. And I want to get that feeling again. That same feeling I got every time I would open up a box when I only had like 15 games or something. And I go, oh, I just bought a new game. And that excitement. Because, with these actor strikes and all these other things, we should, as a community, be promoting how to use our gray matter instead of relying on somebody else to tell us a story that they don't know how to tell stories anymore. And I think that's where we need to be. And I'll fight for that. Open your minds. Read a book. Open your minds. Play a game. Share an experience with somebody. Help somebody through a tough time. Share it through games, cardboard, whatever. An adventure. Laugh. Smile. Paint. Sit outside on a bench and look at the world around you and the people in it. Don't let Hollywood dictate who we are. Just because they want more money. Meanwhile, they live in all these plush places and foolishly spend money. Being gluttonous. It is what it is. That's life. And, we're going to try to go get my sugar down now. I've only been out of the hospital a couple hours after a major setback. Going back in tomorrow. We'll try to get where we need to be. So we can get these treatments going and get where we need to be. So, again, thank you. Thank you for inspiring me again. I will come on little by little and we will get this done. And if we die, we'll restart. And that'll be fun. Maybe I'll just go until I can't go anymore. So over the next 4 days, we'll get this in, and we'll have a nice little catalog. And it's a good start. It's a beautiful start. Love you all. I love you all. Yeah, I'm on full insulin now, Kabuk. It's a whole story that goes with this COVID thing. I've only been sick twice in my life, and both time with this, and I have a very rare, according to my doctor, sensitivity to it. That's right, Dick. Keep swinging. You guys are the best. I love you so much. I can't believe I almost made an hour. That's called determination. You guys are the best. I'll see you soon. I love you all.